Hey, what's up YouTube? Welcome to Pretty Brown Vegan, the place for plant-based comfort foods. In today's video, I will be showing you guys how to make these plant-based brownies with a nice healthy twist. These are definitely a healthier alternative than traditional brownies, even regular old vegan brownies. So if you guys are interested, let's go ahead and get into it. We are going to go ahead and get started with some washed and peeled sweet potatoes. These are going to be the base for our brownies today. I have been seeing these viral videos on how to make healthy brownies, healthy alternatives to brownies, and so I wanted to give a try and put my little twist on it. So we are going to go ahead and get started with the base of sweet potatoes. We're going to slice these thinly, and then we are going to boil them until they are nice and soft so that you can mash them. So we're just going to go ahead and get those boiled, and then when they are fork tender, you're able to stick a fork through them. We're going to pull them off the heat and let them cool off. You're going to drain them and cool them and place them in a bowl, and then we are going to get started with mashing them. Now, I do use a potato masher, so for myself, I don't really mind having a little bit of a sweet potato peeking through at the end of the brownies when they're baked, because I know that they're in there, and that's completely fine with me. But if you guys don't want to see any sweet potato once your brownies come out of the oven, I recommend using a hand mixer when you are mashing these up, or even putting them in a food processor, just to make sure they are nice and smooth, like as smooth as possible, so that when you start mixing up the batter, there are no sweet potato lumps. You guys will see here, once I start mixing the batter, you can see a little bit of the sweet potato peeking through, but again, for me, that's completely fine, because I know that these are healthy plant-based options for brownies. But if you guys want to fool your family, fool your friends, or whoever, or you just don't want to see sweet potatoes in your brownies, then just make sure that you puree them nice and smooth. And then once we measure those out and get them mashed, we're going to put them in a bowl and add in our extra ingredients, which is going to be vanilla, a little bit of baking soda and baking powder, a light oil, and our sweetener here is going to be pure maple syrup as well as almond butter. So we're going to get that added in there. And then we're also going to be using a little bit of flour, but to make these as healthy as possible, I am using coconut flour. You guys can use almond flour or any other gluten-free flour that you prefer. And we also will be adding in some cocoa powder and just a dash of sea salt. So we're going to get everything into the bowl and we're going to mix that up. And so we're just going to give everything a nice mix until it is all well combined. And then again, as I mentioned here, you can see a little bit of the sweet potato here peeking through the batter, but I mixed this as vigorously as possible to try and get some of that out as much as I can. But to avoid this, again, you can puree the mashed potatoes before you get them ready to go into the mix, or you can use a hand mixer at this point and mix it all together to make sure it's nice and smooth. And then I am going to go ahead and fold in a handful of vegan dark chocolate chips. And dark chocolate is not horrible for you guys, so it's really a healthy alternative to brownies for sure. And then we're going to go ahead and get this in a parchment lined dish. I don't have any rectangular or square dishes. As many dishes as I have, I don't have any rectangular dishes, so I am using a circular pie dish for this, but you guys can put them into whatever you prefer. And then just go ahead and spread that brownie batter out evenly. And once you get that spread out evenly, I am taking another handful of vegan dark chocolate chips and I'm just going to sprinkle them on top. And then we're going to place this in the oven that's preheated at 350 degrees and bake them for about 30 minutes. And once they come out of the oven, the chocolate is nice and ooey gooey. They're very fudgy. You touch them, you're gonna get fudge and cocoa all on your hands. They're very, very good. Super enjoyable, especially if you're looking for something sweet, but you don't wanna go too crazy on the calories, too crazy on the carbs and all of that. So this is what they come out looking like. They definitely come together and they're so good. And this is a super easy recipe. So if you guys enjoyed this content, you enjoyed this video, go ahead and give me a thumbs up. And if you're new here, go ahead and hit that subscribe button. Thank you so much for watching.